Do not let your Uber driver cancel your ride while in the car. Prior to buying my car, I would Uber all over my side of town. From home to work, work to the grocery store to home, home to the gym, back home and so on. I would get the same driver often, and I started to feel like he was waiting in my area when I would need a ride. I had a pretty set schedule. I would ask for a ride and bam. This guy would accept it. He tried to give me his personal number and told me to give him a call whenever I needed a ride, that he'd do it for free. He was much older, probably in his late 50s, early 60s, so at first I wasn't too threatened, but then he started offering to help me bring in my groceries to my apartment. I thought it might have been him just being nice, but I thought better of it and always said no. Then one day, after he had been giving me rides for about 6 months, he picks me up from the grocery store and starts to take me home. I was looking at my phone and all of a sudden I got the "thank you for your ride" notification from Uber. I looked up because I knew we weren't home. He saw me look up and said, "Don't worry Bella, this one's on me." I looked out the window and realized we had passed not one but two of the exits that would have taken me home. He was speeding and was obviously going to drive past the last possible exit and would then be headed to a very industrial, vacant part of town. I kind of yelled, "That's my exit," and he just calmly looked up and went, "Whoops, must have forgot." By this time, he was giving me rides 5 to 7 times a week. He knew where I lived, and with a small town that's not hard to get around and very hard to get lost in, he knew exactly what he was doing and it terrified me. He immediately goes, "I hope your boyfriend isn't worried you've been gone so long," clearly trying to see if anyone would be home waiting for me. I just said he was expecting me home with dinner. He always insisted on opening the doors for me when we arrived, which makes me think maybe the child locks were on too. Anyway, he finally gets me home and opens my door and then goes, "Oh, I have something for you," and gives me a card, about the size of a business card. It was all black with red typing that just said "no" means no. I just said thanks and ran towards my courtyard. I had texted my then boyfriend and had him come outside. By the time he came around the corner, the driver had left. I immediately reported him and I never saw him again.